So recently I did a video talking about Cenat and how his subscriber record on Twitch has finally been broken by another streamer who goes by the name of IronMouse. And I wasn't sure whether or not to do an entire video about IronMouse, but after some comments on that video, it's clear that a lot of you are actually interested in learning about IronMouse and learning more about her amazing story. So with that being said, who exactly is IronMouse and how did she manage to become the most subscribed streamer on Twitch? Well, that's probably what you're here to figure out. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the Trap House with the biggest trapper. And while you're at it, don't forget to click that very first link down below in my description to join my Discord server and become an official member of the community. Now with all of that being said, let's get into how IronMouse became the biggest streamer on Twitch. Okay, so for those of you who are unfamiliar with IronMouse would start her streaming career about 6 years ago, all the way back in 2018. And over time, she would end up becoming one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, being mostly known for her gaming content. But IronMouse is nowhere near being the average streamer that you come across on Twitch. And this is because unlike most streamers, IronMouse doesn't exactly use a face cam to really reveal her identity. Instead, she will become a different type of streamer that's known as a VTuber. And for those of you who don't know what a VTuber actually is, a VTuber is actually known as a virtual YouTuber, but really they're any type of content creator who uses some form of computer generated or animated character in order to hide their real identity. And more often than not, these animated characters are usually influenced by some form of anime or Japanese culture, and then the streamer typically uses some type of motion capture device to fully animate this character that they're using and completely interact with the chat. And this is exactly what IronMouse does, but she isn't your typical everyday VTuber. In fact, becoming a VTuber was a career that IronMouse never really had in mind. She originally had high hopes to become a professional opera singer, but unfortunately this will all be cut short when IronMouse got diagnosed with a chronic illness that would leave her mostly bedridden. The chronic illness that IronMouse suffers from is known as CVID, or common variable immune deficiency, which basically means that her immune system doesn't really work at all. She's highly susceptible to infection.
Oh god, if I could detail you the issues with my B cells and all that, I'd be sitting here all day. I'm quite an interesting case, but I don't want to go into it because it's a lot and it's very personal and it's kind of rare. It's considered a rare disease, but when you think about it, CVID is the most common to have of primary immune deficiency diseases.
And because of how easy it is for her to get sick with this illness, she has to stay completely isolated away from people for the most part. She's even stated that at times this illness has left her bedridden, which means she literally couldn't move. And she also stated in the past that she has a lung disease as well, which causes her to be on oxygen pretty frequently. But even with all of these very serious and severe health conditions, IronMouse wouldn't let any of this hold her back from accomplishing some pretty big things. IronMouse has managed to accumulate over 1.2 million subscribers on YouTube, over 1 million followers on Twitter, and over 2.1 million followers on Twitch, which she would become most known for. And IronMouse really started this whole streaming and content creating career simply because she couldn't actually go outside to connect with people, so she thought that this would be a good way for her to make a few friends on the internet. But little did she know, this would eventually lead to her having millions of supporters on the internet, along with literally becoming the most subscribed streamer on Twitch. And one of the things that IronMouse will become known for is her yearly charity subathons, which she usually streams for an extended period of time. And during this time, 50% of the money that she earns from these subathons goes to a charity known as the IDF, or the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is a charity that has helped not only IronMouse but countless people battling the same illness as well. And IronMouse will begin doing these subathons back in 2022, where she streamed for 30 days straight and would accumulate over 171,000 subscribers on Twitch. And this very first subathon alone would make her the most subscribed female Twitch streamer of all time. Just a year later, she would return for her second annual subathon, and this one would be even bigger than the first. During her second annual subathon in 2023, she managed to shatter the record that she herself had just set the previous year. She managed to accumulate over 205,000 subscribers in literally just 1 month, and this was a capped subathon, which means she was only streaming for that 1 month and nothing longer than that. But chances are, if this was like an uncapped subathon, which means you literally just keep streaming and streaming and streaming all the way until no one subscribes anymore and the timer completely hits 0, she may have literally became the most subscribed streamer of all time during this period. Which brings me to the next point, which happens to be the topic of this entire video, her recent 2024 subathon, where she would become the most subscribed Twitch streamer of all time, breaking Cenat's previous subscriber record with over 326,000 subs. This was also a capped subathon, but she honored the time at the end, so it ended up being extended to like 40 days. And this was definitely a big moment for not only IronMouse, but for her community as well, along with other people who may just be battling some form of chronic illness as well. She continuously shows people that no matter what you're going through in life, with hard work and perseverance, you can still accomplish anything that you put your mind to. But even though she did all of these positive things and broke all of these records over the years, after this recent subathon that she did where she became the most subscribed Twitch streamer ever, she still managed to receive a lot of hate on the internet simply because she's a VTuber, and a lot of people already use any opportunity they can to hate on VTubers for being like unusual or like weird, just because they're not used to that form of content or that form of streaming at all. And there was also a lot of other streamers doing subathons at the time as well, and she was outperforming them all. So of course a lot of fan bases is going to feel some type of way over this person who doesn't even show their face or hides their identity and everything like that.
I'm not even trolling, I'm cooked.
Grill your grill.
Oh no!
Oh
no, you're
cooked. It will always be on the Oh my god, am I a little...
Yo. She was not even on the leaderboards.
Yo. Yeah.
3 hours ago, she was at 69K. What? 77.
IronMouse, a virtual streamer, has become the most subscribed Twitch channel ever. What? As she surpassed Cenat's record. Wait. Hold the fuck up. What? What the fuck is this? I'm not even trying to be on no hating shit, but what the fuck am I looking at? Can somebody give me the context behind this? How is this possible? Because I'll be real with you guys, when Kai was doing the subathon, he was unfuckable. He had the most subs for a reason. I saw him everywhere on the internet. This is my first time I'm hearing about this person. It's for charity? That's different. Yeah, that is different. That is different. W then. I pray that, yo, what charity is it going to? But I pray that you get 1 million subscribers. Because that's awesome. You're doing God's work here, Iron.
Thank you for being here.
She didn't let any of this hate slow her down or stop her at all. She continued being the positive person that she is. And this would even lead to Cenat coming to her defense as well after having his record broken.
I seen the majority of people hating on IronMouse for breaking the record. I'm not gonna lie. You feel what I'm saying? When you first look at this shit, you probably are wondering to yourself, what the fuck? This is weird. How the fuck this shit even happen? But chat, if you guys know your Twitch history and stuff, IronMouse has always been top 5 all time. She's always been on the leaderboards all time. You feel me? She's not nothing new.
So at the end of the day, whether you watch VTubers or not, or whether you like IronMouse or not, she definitely has an inspiring and motivational story for many people around the world who may be going through the same exact thing as her. And I find it very cool that even though she's making all of this money from these big subathons, she literally donates half of that to charity to help other people who may need it as well. And for her to be going through all of these crazy health problems and things that she's been battling throughout her life, for her to still put in the work and stream these crazy long hours or do these crazy big subathons, that definitely deserves all the respect in the world. And if you don't respect it, then you're probably just a hater who needs to evaluate their own problems in life. But it's really so crazy to me that IronMouse attained all of this success on Twitch, but she originally only started streaming to just make a few friends since she couldn't really go outside. But that's just my personal opinion on this whole situation. As you guys know, the only opinion that I really care about is y'all's opinion. So let me know down below in the comments, what do you think about this whole situation? Have you heard of IronMouse prior to this subathon? And let me know if you were familiar with her story at all, because I know a lot of people wasn't prior to this subathon. I know for sure that I definitely did not know anything about it prior to the subathon, but I'm glad that I found out. But anyways, while you're at it, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join me on my journey to 10,000 subscribers. Y'all been going so crazy. Y'all been showing me a lot of love over the past few months, and I just want to keep that going throughout the end of the year. So with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the video, be sure to give me a thumbs down. Any feedback is good feedback to me. And as always, I appreciate all the love and support, and I'll catch you boys and girls in the next banger, man.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.